Hello everybody, it's Sam from High Sports and we're going to make a start on our 4th online rock club lesson now. Thanks to those of you that have been emailing in with your answers to the quiz and your own questions. It's great to have you involved. This week the weather's a lot worse, so we're going to spend most of our lesson focusing on some fitness that we can do indoors with minimal or no equipment whatsoever. But we're going to do a little bit of rope work to start out as well. So what we're going to do is show you how to use a knot we've already taught you, which is the barrel knot. We're going to show you how to use it to join two ropes together. So we've got two ends of rope here. Start by neatly matching up the lengths of the ends, and then measure out shoulder to index finger, like that, and then swap the strands so that they cross over. Take the short end that we're going to use to form the knot and wrap it first around your index finger and also around the second climbing rope to form an X, like so. Wrap it around once more and a final time before going through the hole that our finger points in the direction that our finger points. Tighten this knot neatly on both ends until it's good and solid with a 5 or 10 centimetre tail. It's approximately 5 centimetres there. So now we need to just repeat that process, but this time tying the barrel knot with this strand of rope. So a quick remeasure and then we'll start. So same process as before. I'm going to use my index finger to hold the space between these two ropes open and wrap this strand that's forming the knot in the blue rope around the green rope, forming an X towards the knot I've already tied. So these are two stopper knots in opposite directions. Just like before, second wrap and a final wrap, and now we're going to go through this hole away from the other knot that we've already tied, and then carefully tighten on both strands by squeezing and crushing the knot until we have something that's very neat. Now I've got pretty long tails on this. If we're wanting to use every last inch of the rope, then they probably need to be shorter, but this looks nice and neat. You can see the symmetry between the two knots as well, and when pulled towards each other the knot's going to tighten and constrict itself. So this would be the best way to join together two ropes. To untie it, you just need to untie one of the knots. The easiest way to do that is to pull this first loop out of position and then push the end through that hole. Once you've got your fingers behind it, it's easier to pull it. Push it down underneath the two wraps, and then finally pull out the twists. You can then easily pull this rope out of the other side to free that end, and this knot will fall apart if we push both strands towards each other like so. So it's actually not so hard to untie. Let's move on to fitness. So it's time for our upper body workout. Fortunately, I have a couple of small free weights at home with me. These are ideal. If you've got these in your house, we're about to use them. If you haven't, I'd recommend a couple of cans, particularly for the children. I have here a couple of tins of lentils, beans, something like that. It's got approximate weight 400 grams on the back of both cans, so probably a good choice for a child. And here are my 1 kilo weights. 1 litre of water weighs a kilo, plus a bit for the plastic bottle. If you've got two 1 litre bottles made out of the same material, it's probably about as good. It's also quite nice having this wide angle on the grip, quite comfortable. So let's get started with the free weights. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go into some curls. So nice straight back, just rocking the arms through the range of motion of the bicep. we're going to do 20. $14, $15, $16, $17, $18, $19 and $20. Right. $20 again. Make sure you're breathing as naturally as you can through these exercises. We're going back to curls now, but this time we're doing hammer curls. So instead of holding the weight parallel to the ground, we're going to hold it at 90 degrees to the ground. 20 again. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. $18, $19 and $20. Right, so lie down. Place your elbows at the same height as your shoulders so that your elbow is at 90 degrees and press. So that's 1. Let's do 20. If you're using a smaller weight than you'd usually train with, which I certainly am, then really focus on executing each motion really well. As you can see, I'm actually wobbling a little bit, even with these small weights, so that's something I should work on. You'll also find that sometimes exercises are more difficult when they're done slowly. Cool. Tricep push-up. We're going to place our hands just above our heart in this diamond shape and push up from there. Going for 10. Cool. Set 2. Curls. 3, 4. Tricep push-ups are hard, huh? You're more than welcome to have a chuckle, but do try as well. You'll find it more difficult than you think, I bet. And I'm going to go straight into hammers this time. Ladder climbing. For these, you can hold the weights in either your curl position or your hammer position. Personally, I think hammer position's a little bit more comfortable. 20 again. Feel free to do a few more reps if you're not finding it challenging enough. Front raise. 1, 2. So we're going to do 30. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. One for that. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on, guys, keep it going. 10, 11, 12. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 19, 20. Set 3. Curls. I'm going quite fast now. Follow along if you want, or follow along at your own speed. That's 20 hammers. Good work. Right, going to do these ladder climbs, maybe 15 of them. Doing them in a curl grip this time. Back to front raise. I'm going to have to do my tricep push-ups in a moment. I'm not looking forward to those. 30 of these again. 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 20. Okay, wish me luck, guys. I'm going to attempt these tricep press-ups again. So that's pressing up with your hands underneath your heart. Actually feel more warmed up now. 5, 6, 7, come on, 8, 9, 10. Next is everyone's favourite, it's core. So I'm going to start out with these twisting crunches. I'm working on these. I admit to you I couldn't do them about 6 or 9 months ago, so I'm quite pleased to be able to do some now. And I would really like to be able to improve my form a little bit, but let's go for it. And we'll get better one step at a time. Alright, crunches. Okay, 15 seconds rest for me. So next is going to be the dish tuck. This is another new one for me. I've only managed to learn it recently. If you want to, use a book. I'll give you a quick demo of how to use a book for a dish tuck. 3, 2, 1. Whew. So if you found that really easy, nice one. Do some more sets and reps. But I have to admit, I do find those dish tucks and crunches quite challenging. I've got 5 seconds rest and I'm going into a 1 minute plank. Let's do this. Plank. Stay with it. Think peaceful thoughts. If you started with me, you've done 30 seconds. Alright, good work guys. So we've done our 1 minute plank. Now for me, my normal routine is to do 2 sets of that every day, usually with some additional exercises. But what I'd like to show you now are some easier alternatives, because when I started this many years ago, I just didn't have the strength to do dish tucks or crunches or 1 minute plank. So just looking at some more basic things we can do. You've got your good old leg raise. If you lie as calmly as you can on your back, make sure the small part of your back, your lower back, is making contact with the ground. Roll your hips forward, engage your core, lift those toes about 1 inch off the ground and hold, and then head on the ground. You won't get any points for looking cool on this, but this is the best core exercise for beginners that I know of. Hold as long as you can, ideally 1 minute, and then start adding rests and repetitions. As we showed you in the park, if you can't do a sit-up, run your hands all the way down your legs. See if that doesn't help you sit up. You can work towards more advanced exercises. So this is your easy mode sit-up that I would recommend. If you're really struggling and you can't sit up like that, we've all been there. Stick your toes under a heavy object. You're going to be able to sit up. Please do move away from sit-ups with your toes under an object as soon as you can. We don't want to spend too much time there. Okay, so we've got 2 more reps of core. Let's get those done. Eighteen, 19 and 20. 4, 3, 2, 1, and tuck. Ten, 9, going into 1 minute plank. Halfway there. Ten seconds left. Cool. Feel free to add a third set if you wish, but I'm going to stretch. It's a very important stretch for our hip flexibility, which is extremely important in climbing. Hip flexibility allows us to get positive angles of pressure on footholds that are in awkward positions. Hopefully once this is all over, I can show you how to do it down at the climbing wall. You should be holding these for at least 30 seconds. I'll do some more stretching later. I don't want to make you watch me stretch for 3 minutes in each position. Swap sides. Feel free to send me your favourite exercises and things you've been doing. I've had a few emails from some of you and some of your parents, so thanks for getting in touch. I try to respond to your questions as soon as I can. I check them almost every day, so feel free to get in touch. You can talk to us through Facebook, or you can email me at work if you have my work email address. Facebook's probably easiest, that's High Sports Crawley. We've got a YouTube channel now as well, so you could like and subscribe if you felt like it. Alright everybody, thank you very much for your patience with me as I learn how to put together workout videos from my flat with the help of my partner who's done some great filming there, so thank you Sophie. Seriously, thank you very much for following along. I think it's really good we have a point of reference to keep in contact and work together during this time, so speak to you again soon.